Okay, so while I'm waiting for my bacon, I am gonna make a pot of one of my favorite drinks that I find to be absolutely incredibly refreshing, and it's so good. It's called Rosewater lemonade, and it's incredibly easy to make. I had fallen in love with this stuff in the grocery store. It used to come in a bottle, and it was really quite expensive, but I did splurge, and I would spread those bottles out for a month, and they stopped making it, and I couldn't find it. And then I said, well, it's lemonade with rosewater in it, so I'll have to figure out how to make it. So I did go online, and I found a place that actually carried edible rose petals. So I ordered it, and I kind of played around with it, and I created my own rosewater lemonade. And I love it. It is amazing and refreshing, and you can actually drink it any time of the year. But especially in the summer when it's hot and you've been hot and you want something just to pick you up, but you don't want it to drag you down or make you tired, this stuff will do it. So come along with me and I'll show you how I make my rosewater lemonade, okay? Okay, so for the rosewater lemonade, you're gonna need a pitcher. I got this from Home Goods. It's really a nice pitcher. A little story behind the pitcher is that I wasn't shopping for it. I went to Home Goods because I had bought this wonderful frying pan over at Harris Teeter's. You know, they get those like buy a frying pan this week and you get that frying pan the next week. And I bought this one and I love it. I got it like 4 years ago, but there's only so much you can make in a frying pan this big. But I sure will try to make it in this frying pan if I can. So I've been going to Home Goods looking for its big brother, and I don't find it. But I sure did find this. You know how much money I have saved by Home Goods being closed during the quarantine? I've saved a lot of money. Yeah, but I also found this picture during one of those trips because it had roses. I had to buy it because it was rose, and I could put my rose lemonade water in there instead. But this one keeps it colder in the refrigerator, so I have two pictures. I use this one to put the water in my Keurig machine. Needless to say, yes, I save a lot of money not going to Home Goods. So what we're going to need is we're going to need edible rose petals. You can get these on Amazon. At the farmers markets I've been seeing recently, I've been saying, hey, how about carrying some of this stuff? How about carrying some rose petals? How about carrying some rose petals? And everybody's been going, you want rose petals? Why? Because I like lemonade. Maybe one of these days they'll start carrying this stuff in the store. You're going to need some lemonade. Lemon for the lemonade, a strainer, and you're going to need a little stevia. I do use stevia. You can use whatever you want to in it, but you're going to need something that's not going to clash with the lemon. So I wouldn't put honey in it because I think honey would clash with it. It's a little bit too heavy. So I use stevia. So I got my tea kettle going, and I'm just going to take a couple spoonfuls of these and put in here. They smell so good. So I'm just going to take these, and I'm just using this glass so that you can see it. I'm just using the glass. You don't have to put a whole lot. I usually put like a half a glass in here. I only steep about a half a glass of the rose petals. You're going to steep it just like you do any other loose tea. And you can do this with just about anything. You could just take dried lavender and do the same thing. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it just like that. I actually need I'm actually going to need a bigger glass because I want you to be able to see this. I know what I can do. I'll use this. I'll use this. I want you to be able to strain, so I will use that. There you go. That's perfect. So, now we just have to wait a second. Well, while I'm waiting a second, I'm going to get my other ingredients ready. So, what I do is, I use about a tablespoon. Yeah, it's to taste. I happen to know that I prefer about a tablespoon, about that much in mine. So I'll just put that in that little cup. I'll put this back right there. And then I do know that I'm going to need about a half a cup of the lemonade, of the real lemon. It's just as good. It's just as good. So I'm going to put about a half cup in there like that. I mean, it's just a hint of the lemon, not like overpowering lemon, just a hint of lemon. I'm going to put this back in the fridge. There goes the kettle. There goes the kettle. It's almost time. We're gonna. It don't sound too healthy, does it? Well, let me just pop it all over the place, right? That's all right. It's just water. I'm gonna take this over here. Oh, I'm all right. It's okay. It's okay. Just stop boiling. So we're just gonna add water to the glass like this, like that, and then just kind of push it down a bit into the water. Oh, shush. Shush. And we're just going to let it steep for a couple minutes. Just like that. Just going to let it steep. Just like that. Yeah. I got to clean up my messes. It's just water. But I'm going to clean up just a little bit. And technically speaking, I can go ahead and put this in here. I can put this in here, like that. We're gonna let it steep, just let it steep. You can play with it if you like. See how the water's starting to turn? All that color is going to come out of the roses, and you'll see the rose color is the rose petals themselves are going to start turning like a white color. So you know that the steeping is working. So just see how they're getting white. Rose color. So I have actually gone and gotten some rose hips and butterfly pea, and then sometimes I'll add some goji berries in there, and I'll just put this in there and let it steep with it, and that's really good too, goji berries. So you just put it in there and it'll soften up and it'll turn white also, and you just squeeze it on in there too, so that's really good for it. So there's so many different kind of things that you can do with teas. It's there. It's pretty much there. See how the color's all gone? Pretty much. You know, you could do this with your kids. You guys are stuck at home, homeschooling. You know, you could actually do this with your kids. It might be a science experiment for you or something. Just thinking out loud. So I'm just kind of squishing some of the buds. There's some buds in there, so I'm just squishing them open a little bit so all of the essence comes out. This is so easy to do. So it's pretty much white. So what I'm going to do is Let me take this out off of here, off the spoon. I don't know why I just did that, but anyway. Me and my, oh, it's hot. So, let me pick this up. The glove. The glove. You would think I'd learn, right? So we're going to squeeze out as much of this water as possible into this bowl. You know, if you get some of the rose petals in there, it's not going to kill you. I don't like little things floating around in my drink, so I try not to get it in there. That's why I strain it. Okay, so I think we got all of it. Okay, so rid of this. These gloves are great. They're just gardening gloves from Dollar General. They were $1 and they have a coating on them, so they're perfect to handle hot stuff with. So for $1, I don't burn my hands up. So here we go. Here's the rose water. And it does smell amazing. You know, I don't know why I did this, because I wanted you to see what it looks like when I stir it up. So, you know what? You're going to see it. So we're going to add this in to here, like that. I can visit my collection. Let me go over here and visit this. Yep. The big bag of shrimp. I got a lot of stuff in the freezer. Sometimes it's a true battle. So I've added ice and water in there. So we're just gonna take this. We will take this over to the sink. And here it is. Get me a little stirring thing. If this looks like a toy, it is. I have no qualms with claiming a kid's toy as a kitchen implement. Yeah. It just sticks right in there. Look, look how easy it stirs. This smells amazing. It smells, it smells like both. You get the smell of the roses, and you get the smell of the lemons. But let me put this over here. Get me another glass. One of these days I'll buy a freezer. And then you just add it right there into the glass. I got a little too much ice in there, but that's okay. A glass of Rosewater lemonade. This stuff is so good. It's very light. It's refreshing. I love this stuff. So I hope you try it, and I hope you like it. If you do, give me some feedback, or you don't have to either. I hope you try it though. I think you'll like it. Or if you see it someplace that you could get like a little dish, a little bottle of it, try it. It's really good. Take it easy. Bye.